What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also to ask me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thank you, everybody, for supporting. But this video is entitled Putting Yourself in Unnecessary Danger. Now, using current events, but also common sense, people have this thing where they'll put themselves in unnecessary danger and then blame the person who, quote unquote, perpetuates the danger. Like, you helped yourself get mugged or robbed, but you want to blame it on the mugger or the robber. And I'm going to use a bunch of different examples where people do this. And it actually gets on my nerves because, I have family and friends that say everything is okay. It's your fault. So, first and foremost, if you leave your keys in your car and as the car is running and a car thief comes in and steals your car, you did get your car stolen, but the insurance company and the police will be like, well, who leaves their car running and unattended with the keys in it? That's, if a car thief pulls up, you just gave them the easiest step of their life. So your stupidity helped this situation. So this is what I mean by putting yourself in unnecessary danger. I had a friend of mine back in the day. She wanted to take walks and jogs at night. Like, not 7 o'clock, but like 10, 11, 12, 1. I just want to go out and take a walk, and I just want to go out and jog. And I'm like, so what happens if something happens to you? Well, nothing's going to happen because I'm just walking. You're walking. You want to go walking at a time of night where bad things happen to people and they don't find out about it until the morning. But that's not putting yourself in danger. That's just you just being able to just walk out in the middle of the night and not protect yourself and expect that these wolves out here are supposed to just give you a pass when they're being wolves, and this is what they do at night. Putting yourself in danger. Young kids, young guys, when I was coming up, they wanted to be in the streets. Okay. So you join a gang, you put yourself in danger. You want to be a drug dealer, you put yourself in a line of fire, in danger. But to run around and act like, oh, well, I didn't know it was this serious. Seriously, this is what we doing. Like, you put yourself in a dangerous situation, and now all of a sudden you want everybody to give you a pass, but you want to be an adrenaline junkie, right? You want to, well, I'm in a gang, but I'm not really in a gang to gang bang. I'm dealing drugs, but I'm not really drug dealing to be a drug dealer. I'm just doing this for excitement. Right. Okay. So you put yourself in unnecessary danger, and dangerous stuff is going to happen to you. It's common sense, right? But common sense ain't that common, right? Same thing when the company you keep. You might be on the straight and narrow, but the people you hang with are not. But you just want to hang out with your friends who are doing things that they shouldn't be doing, or that's going to cause backlash, right? So now, because they got beef and you rolling with them, you got beef, but you trying to say, well, I just wanted to hang out. What's the problem? The problem is you put yourself in a situation. There is no right place to be at the wrong time. Wait, there is no right time to be in the wrong place. Because, when people say he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, that's not reality. So you put yourself in unnecessary danger. Like, you got people out here who are sexually reckless, right? So you don't want to use protection. And you know everything that's out here, but you don't want to use protection. Okay. So what happens when something happens? Would you catch something? It just happened by mistake, or all of those times in a row that you was just, shooting craps with your life sexually, that doesn't count. It's just when, I didn't put myself in danger. I was just out here, just having unprotected sex. It's not a big deal. But you pretty much can catch diseases that are lifelong or die like that, right? Yeah, but I mean, it's not supposed to happen to me though. Right. But you like putting yourself in unnecessary danger. And see, a lot of people don't want to admit it, but they like the thrill of, just getting away, barely. Like I said, like, I know people, you want to, you're reckless drivers. Something's going to happen to you. You keep swerving in and out, cutting people off, doing 105, trying to do donuts, J-turns, and all kinds of other stuff, right? Because it's the thrill. And anybody who's been in a fast car, they know, like when you hit that gas and it jumps, that it's exciting. But why do you have to do it while there's plenty of cars around? It went from, driving fast when hardly no cars around, or it's kind of controlled environment, to I got to do it like when it's semi-traffic. Oh, I got to prove my skills. You know how many people died in cars and motorcycles who weren't even a driver of the car or who controlled the motorcycle? Well, when they're motorcycles, just usually that's the person that dies. But, with those situations, you put yourself in unnecessary danger. But when it happened, then it's like, oh, some of y'all want to live your best life by getting, intoxicated, getting high, getting drunk. I can make it. I'm going to make it. I do this all the time. That's the problem. You do this all the time. You're putting yourself in unnecessary danger because you always driving under the influence. But for you, it's not a big deal. I do this every week. Okay. So now you're accustomed to being an idiot. No problem. Putting yourself in unnecessary danger. You got people out here who can't shut up. And what I mean by can't shut up, and y'all have seen these people, they always got something to say slick. And they saying slick stuff to strangers. And they just can't bite their tongue regardless, And to the point, it looks like they're picking a fight with everybody who comes across their path. And then what happens? They get exactly what they're looking for. Because you wanted to talk up a fight or altercation. Now you got one. Now all of a sudden, I don't want no problems. You don't want no problems now, huh? But everybody who came across you, you had something crazy to say to them. They were walking by, you said something crazy. They did something, you said something crazy. They did something you didn't like, you said something crazy. They did something that had nothing to do with you. You said something crazy, and you said it loud enough to be heard. So they could, yeah, I said it. Okay. Now what? So you're putting yourself in unnecessary danger. And, I've said this before. A lot of times people do this because they're spoiled brats. See, you never really had adversity, so what you're doing is you're creating all this danger in your life as a form of adversity to say that you can handle adverse situations. But that's not handling adversity. That's creating chaos. That's two different things. So you out here putting yourself in dangerous situations. Like, oh, you know what? I'm going to jump in the lines then and I can handle myself. What? Why did you jump in there in the first place? There you go. That's the point. Like, because when it boils down to it, it's a difference when people say, you know, something happened and you had to handle it. Then they say, well, you put yourself in this position though. And you want other people to be responsible for the outcome of position that you keep putting yourself in. That's dangerous, because you could blame the person who you got in the fight with. You can blame the person that did something to you, but you're never gonna blame, because you know, if you're on the victim end of a situation that you put yourself in, you're the victim. But once you have this pattern of you keep putting yourself in these victim positions, people start to realize, no, you enjoy doing this. So whatever happens to you happens. That's how people lose sympathy for people. That's the boy who cried wolf scenario. After a while, nah, but what, it happened to me. Yeah, you did it to yourself. We ain't got time for this. So this is that video. We out. Peace.